everyone, welcome to Edufy. Today we are here with the next part of our NPSC important question series, that is in the history section, and this is part 4 of our series. So let's start with the questions, important MCQs. So first question is, under the dual government system, the responsibility for revenue collection was with dash, comma, while the administration of justice was with dash. So as you know, dual government system after the Battle of Buxar, and that is in 1764 and passing of Treaty of Allahabad in 1765, we saw that Robert Clive introduced dual government in the Bengal presidency region. Fine. So in this Bengal region, we saw that the responsibility of the revenue collection was taken over by the East India Company, that is British East India Company, and the administration and the responsibility of administration was given to the Nawab. Okay, so that is B is your answer. Coming to the next question, the Regulating Act of 1773 introduced which of the following? So here we have 4 statements given, 1, 2, 3, 4, and you have to choose which is the correct one. So the 1773 Act, where it was intended to regulate the activities of British East India Company by the British Crown. So this act was passed, and in that act it was said from now onwards the Governor General will be called Governor General of Bengal. Second thing, in this act itself it was given that Supreme Court will be established at Calcutta. So your answer will be A, 1 and 2. Provincial autonomy was started later on via 1935 Government of India Act, and codification of laws was done in around 1861. Okay, so your answer will be 1 and 2 only. Next question, who among the following headed the Congress Socialist Party? So Congress Socialist Party in 1934. So question is, who among the following headed Congress Socialist Party? That is part of Congress itself. Fine. Promoting the idea of socialism in 1934, it was Acharya Narendra Dev. Okay, so J.P. Narayan at that time was the secretary and Acharya Narendra Dev was the president. So answer will be C. Next question. First no tax campaign was started by Gandhiji in Kheda district of Gujarat. So it is Gandhi in Kheda. Answer will be B. Next, that Seditious Meetings Act 1907 was enacted under the viceroyship of Lord Minto, and this is Lord Minto II, not just Lord Minto. Minto came even earlier. This is the second Lord Minto. Next question. The Charter Act of 1833 did not. Always remember to properly read the question, because sometimes they ask what is not in the question. So Charter Act of 33 did not include C, opening of civil service to Indians. It did include other provisions. It did include the other provisions like for centralization of India. It appointed the Law Commission under Lord Macaulay. Under Lord Macaulay, first Law Commission was established via this act. It also ended companies' special privilege or companies' commercial monopoly in tea and with China also, which first part of monopoly was ended in 1813 Act, except tea and with China. Now from 33 Act, the monopoly of trade with China and in tea was also ended. So all other 3 are included in Charter Act 33. However, opening of civil services happened via 1853 Act. So this is the answer, C. Next question, who among the following first used the term Pakistan in a political context? It was Rahmat Ali. It was Rahmat Ali. You may get confused with Iqbal. Iqbal actually did not first use the term. He gave the idea that Pakistan should be a nation and in that form, but he did not use the term Pakistan. Pakistan was first used by Chaudhry Rahmat Ali. Now, coming to the next question, the Congress ministry that resigned in 1939 did so because of World War II involvement. So, what happened at that time? Britishers involved India in the World War II as it began without consultation of Indians. So, there was some unity among all the political parties at that time, and especially Congress ministries, which were formed in 1937, they resigned in 1939. So, answer will be A. Next question, which viceroy is associated with the introduction of financial decentralization? And your answer is Lord Mayo. Lord Mayo is associated with giving more financial powers to the local self-government. So he is also known as it is Lord Mayo. Fine. Next question, INA trials, the famous INA trials that was done in 1945. It happened at Red Fort, Delhi. So answer is A. Next question, the Secretary of State for India post was created by which of the following act? So Secretary of India post was created by Government of India Act 1858, or it is also known as Good Government of India Act 1858, where the original board of control and court of directors were abolished, and a new post, that is Secretary of State, was created along with the Council of India members where members were 15. So answer will be B. Government of India Act 1858. Next, Rash Bihari Bose escaped to Japan after assassination attempt on Lord Hardinge. Okay, it was related to Lahore conspiracy. So they can also ask you the question, with whom Lahore conspiracy is associated with. So it is also associated with Rash Bihari Bose, and he did attempt to assassinate Lord Hardinge, and in later on, after 2 years, in 1915 around, he escaped to Japan. Fine. So that is answer will be Lord Hardinge. Next question, the Anushilan Samiti, that is also a revolutionary organization in Bengal region, where we saw starting of revolutionary movements in Bengal, that is from 1900 onwards, because of the reactionary policies taken by Lord Curzon. So this committee was formed. The Samiti was formed in 1902. Next, Sarda Act, or Sharda Act you call it, in 1929, it was dealing with child marriage. Basically what this act did, that the marriage age was changed. For males it became, with this act minimum age for anyone to get married was changed. For male it became 18, for female it became 14. So that was done first time by the Sharda Act 1929. Answer is A. Next is Indian Council Act 1892 introduced indirect election to Legislative Council. See, 1861 Act introduced portfolio system, an increase in the non-official members in the legislatures. Indian Council Act introduced indirect election. Remember this, indirect, not direct. So answer will be B. Next, Morley Minto reforms 1909 introduced what? It introduced the separate electorate for Muslim for the first time, and in fact you will be surprised, Lord Minto is known as the father of communalism in India. So sometimes they can ask, which viceroy is known as father of communalism in India? That is Lord Minto. What is separate electorate? Means the voting should be done based on the basis of religion. Let's say Muslims can only vote for Muslim candidate. So that was separate electorate. Answer is B. Next, Montagu-Chelmsford reforms and that came in 1990. This is the Government of India 19. This is Government of India 1919 Act. Okay, Montagu-Chelmsford reforms. So what did it introduce? This act introduced diarchy in province. What is diarchy? That the provincial subjects would be divided into two categories. What are those two categories? Transferred and reserved. Reserved, the decision making with respect to reserved subjects will be taken up by governor, while the transferred subjects responsibility is with governor to act on the advice of council of minister. Okay, so 1919 act is also famous for two things: diarchy at province, in province. It is also famous for introducing bicameralism in India at center. It is also famous for introducing the direct election element. So remember these 3 points: direct election, bicameralism and diarchy at province. All these were introduced by 1990 act. ठीक है, autonomy नहीं है, federal government no, separate electorate for 6 no, right? Next, main objective of Wavell Plan 1945. Why Wavell Plan came? Lord Wavell, to break the political deadlock between Muslim League and Congress by reconstituting the Viceroy's Executive Council. By reconstituting the Viceroy's Executive Council. So answer will be C. Next question. Provincial autonomy. As discussed previously, provincial autonomy came in 1935 Government of India Act. Okay, 1935 Government of India Act, and from this 1935 Act, diarchy was introduced. Diarchy was introduced at center and autonomy was given to the province. So remember, diarchy at center came with 1935 Act and diarchy at province came with 1919 Act. Next question. The Government of India Act 1935 provided provincial autonomy. Yes. It formed All India Federation. Yes. All India Federation consisting of British provinces and princely states. It formed bicameralism at the center. No, bicameralism at center came with the 1919 Act. So answer will be B, 1 and 2 only. So that was all in today's series. We'll meet up with the next part of question. Thank you very much.